My name is Tim Sale, and I do the artwork primarily for Isaac Mendez, who is the painter, the junkie painter who paints the future. And he's also a comic book artist, which is what I am in my alter ego identity. I've been working as a comic book artist for about 20 years, and I've worked with the two biggest companies, Marvel and DC, but I've also worked with other companies. So I've drawn characters like Superman and Batman and the Hulk and Spider-Man and things like that. I've worked most in comics with the writer Jeff Loeb, who is also a writer and an executive producer on Heroes. And my connection through all of that is that Jeff and Tim Kring, the creator of Heroes, have known each other for longer than I've known Jeff in the movie industry. And when Tim Kring was looking for some artwork to, illustrate his script for the pilot, he called Jeff, said, "You know some artists. Give me a name who you think could draw me some pictures." Jeff mentioned me, one thing led to the next, and that's how it happened.
You see this? Suicide bombing in Israel. I painted it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so?
So? That's this morning's paper. Look at the number on the bus. This happened yesterday. Yesterday.
At some point fairly early on, I was asked about my painting ability. And I had to be honest and say, I'm colorblind, I have no painting ability. Why do you ask? And they said, well, we're thinking about making the artwork that the character of Isaac Mendez creates be a larger part of the show.
You have the ability to paint the future. That's something. Something very important.
Feels like a curse.
No, it's a blessing. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
So I said, well, let me tell you something that I've done in comics. And through the magic of the computer, I can create black and white artwork that has shades of gray that are kind of painting, except in black and white and gray. And then that artwork can be scanned into a computer, and a different color guy can make it look like a painting. And we kind of went from there.
Look, don't you get it? Everything is connected. We are all connected. If this thing that you painted, this bomb is true, we're all dead. These are the key to saving us.
I don't think anybody at the beginning of the show knew how much a part of the show and how much a part of the plot the artwork was going to be. The character of Isaac, in some ways, has been secondary to the power of depicting the future. The plot has been driven by what he has painted.
This is amazing. Look, it's telling a story like a comic. This girl, she's running and Is that me?
Why would I paint you?
These two guys. I think we're all trying to help her. Cheerleader.
When the writer of a script is just describing what's a painting, there are very few lines. Something like, Claire threatened on the stairs of the high school by a giant shadow. Now, I don't know from that description what time of day it is, what Claire is wearing, what the shadow looks like, what the steps of high school. What does that mean?
What is it?
Go to the stadium, okay? Find people, find lights. He doesn't want to be seen.
What will ideally work best for the show is if they film it first, get me some screenshots, and then I create the artwork after that. Especially if what you want to do is have a creepy feeling of, oh my God, this is exactly what we just saw.
It's her. The cheerleader.
In the pilot, there was a scene in Odessa, Texas, where the character of Claire rescued a firefighter from a burning train wreck.
Turn on the camera.
And this is a shot of the location. It's not a set. It was a location where they had it all set up, and they said, we want a version of this. Then it was my job to kind of maybe make it more dramatic and to pull it together. So what I did was, first of all, pull everything into a much tighter shot. There's much less room between things. The other is to add a lot more flame and a lot more of the water from the fire trucks to try to put it out. That's my job, to interpret one and make it better.
Described as young teenage girl ran into the flames and rescued the young lieutenant. Now the train is registered to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and there has been no official statement yet as to what was in the car.
Hi, I'm Santiago Cabrera, and I play Isaac Mendes in Heroes. And here we are in my character's loft. So what can I show you here? That's the entrance, as you can see. Big nice hall. We got these two steps coming down.
Mr. Isaac Mendes? Hello? Mr. Isaac?
Here we got, are there any more paintings here? This is the one we see in the pilot, the first episode, which is a bombing of a bus in Israel. And Isaac opens the newspaper and he sees on the front page, and he sees that the bus is exactly the same number and it's exactly the same picture that he painted, and he doesn't even remember doing it. So there's a lot of hours of his life that he's not recalling. Obviously there's a drug habit going on. He's involved in drugs, so you can see it's kind of messy, kind of, you know, he's a guy who's energetic. His way of painting is, you know, he's not a tidy painter. He's messy, he's all over the place, and he's confused, he's self-destructive, he's dangerous.
Something's wrong with me.
We'll get you help, Isaac.
I've tried that twice. There's only one way left.
You can't go cold turkey. Not alone. I mean, let me help you, please.
No!
I love you.
When Santiago was cast, I was told that he wanted to come out to my studio, where we are right now, and check out what I did, the sort of space that I worked in, pick up my brushes, and, you know, so there's the actor kind of things. He wasn't into comics, he wasn't into, you know, that sort of thing. But being an artist did interest in him. So it was great to sort of talk about it. And I went up on the pilot. I went up to the set when they were filming, and so we had time on set in between shots to kind of talk. And I know that I was involved in, you know, I didn't say hold this brush like this, but there was stuff about the set that was, you know, I could have to do with. I could, you know, you need more brushes over here and more bottles and the various detritus that is around in any artist studio.
Simone!
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Isaac?
He's alive.
Here's the painting of Milo's character, Peter, jumping out of a building, which we discovered in the first episode as well, when Peter walks into the loft and Isaac's OD'd on the floor.
Please. Oh. Okay, baby, it's okay. They're sending an ambulance right now, okay? You just hang in there, okay?
That one over there is a very interesting one, which actually appears in the first episode, but I'll leave it to you to discover where it is. It's hidden somewhere. It's not in New York, it's somewhere else. That's all I'll give you. Then what else? Well, there's the bedroom. Bit of a mess, as you can see. Those sweets there, that's what Isaac's diet consists of at the moment, not very healthy.
Other than what, Claire and HRG's house, it's the one set we've been in more, right, than any other. And I'm always amused by it. When I first saw it, you know, it's that kind of, how does the Friends cast get to live in these, you know, $1 million lofts in New York, and that's sort of Isaac. I mean, where does he get his money to have a place like that? I want that studio. You know, I'm talking to you from my garage, right? Which I love, but yeah, no, it's a really cool set.
So here we are, not knowing how we feel about each other, and this entire city's gonna go unless I stop it.
You think you can save us all by shooting up?
I can save everybody. I'm gonna be a hero.
The best part of the season as a fan has been to see how good people are at doing what they're doing and to watch them get better as they're doing it. My own personal experience is that this is all new for me. My job on the show is something that I'm comfortable with because it's very close to what I've done in comics for years. But the way that it's used and the amount of creativity that everybody else brings to it, the community involved in making every show is inspiring and thrilling and interesting. And I hope to do it for as long as they'll have me.